Guess what? It's that time. It's frickin' long travel day. Let me show you what I got going on. Extra safe. Did a couple of things without you guys. Got the wheels off. Got all the tools set up. Got extra jack stands. Got the air compressor. Got a pile of long travel awesomeness. And today is the friggin' day. We're gonna rip this suspension off and get this awesome LSR kit going. So you guys pretty much know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this camera set up and I'm gonna blow through getting all this stuff off. That's not really that important, and then we'll slow it down when we start putting on the LSR suspension kit, start talking about it and all that good stuff. But for now, let's get this show on the road. All right, quick update. Just got everything kind of cleaned up. Got a big old pile of parts back there. And yeah, it's all apart. So basically the most difficult part, if you guys saw it, is I had a heat gun out and it's still cooling off over there. But I had it out because I was heating up the clevis for the inside of the tie rod to get those busted out, because obviously I had some red Loctite when I installed the ZRPs. And I was working with a pretty much half-broken T50 bit that I had, so I was praying it didn't snap, and it did. It made it through. So the new tie rod's got some OEM style clevis ends to them. That's basically what the OEMs look like, so don't have to worry about using that T50 again. There's some of these parts that have, you know, adjustable heims, like the upper control arms. They seem to be in the same spot on both arms, so I'm thinking they might be pre-adjusted from Lonestar. So I'm not going to mess with these. They're locked down to a certain degree, and they're both the same length, so I'm thinking they may work out right where they're at. Everything else is fully greasable, and same thing goes when I get to the back. The radius rods seem to be pre-adjusted. We'll just kind of see how everything falls into place, and obviously we'll have to do some toe adjustments for the front. We are going with Super ATV Rhino 2.0 axles. So quick thing, funny, they are running out of grays. They've since changed back to black, just like when I did this before with the stock suspension. Kind of annoying. They don't intentionally give you a matching set. So they've got specific rear axles, which these are up here, for the Lonestar travel kit. These are specifically made for the suspension setup. So I got 3 of those, obviously 1 spare. Those came gray because I'm guessing they haven't sold a whole lot over the time. And then the front ones are their stock plus 3-inch long travel axles, and those came black, so they must sell quite a few of those. You know, at the end of the day with axles, man, you can't beat 229 bucks, which I think these are individually. I waited until they did a sale on Instagram and took another 15% off. So all said and done, I'm out just a little over $1,000 for 5 axles complete for long travel. So you know, the stock suspension, I had the 2.0s, which are, those are them right there on the front, and I've got them on the rear. Never broke one, never had a problem. So if anything, we're going to put them to the test with long travel, but you can't beat that price for a complete axle. I really didn't want to spend $2,000 plus on axles, so we'll see how they do. Let's go. So we're going to start with the tie rod, since that's kind of a really difficult piece to get in there and get a wrench back in there. And it's really easy right now with everything off, so we'll do the tie rod first, get this clevis locked down. Don't forget to put a little bit of Loctite on the end there, and then we'll move on probably to the lower control arm. Alright, first official main piece here going in. Get this up out of the way. You're using stock bolts, the stock hardware from the original suspension for all this still. Stock washers and all that good stuff. So now that the bottom's on, I'm going to get this axle popped in here before I do the top. You just kind of got to line it up, and then there we go. Now we'll get the upper control arm on. All right, with the upper and lower axle and tie rod all in place, you can bring the brake caliper down, because the brake line is going to run on top of this A-arm up top. They've already got it little holders for your brake line up there, so make sure you keep that up above your head and don't leave it down like I did the first time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the bottom top, this axle slip through, try to do it majestically. Probably not going to happen majestically, but let's see what we can do here. And we'll do the axle first, and then we'll do the bottom A-arm. That one's hanging out. Now we can get this top one put in. And you got to make sure too that these guys are rotated, because you know there's that little notch for your bolt to line up with. Castle nut here for the axle. Keep that in place. Get the sway bar link hooked back up. Alright, so in the kit you're going to get the this bag, which probably you can't see because the frickin' sun is in my garage. You're going to get this this bag with the connection, or the bolts that go through. I don't know what the hell these are called, you know, for the frickin' tie rod to go through the knuckle here. So there's that, and then there's these 2 shock bolts. Since now the bolt needs to go through this, they provide these for both sides. Washers and nuts. It's kind of hard to show this on camera, but for the tie rod, and you got this little cap top piece deal that's going to fit in there in the heim, and then your main piece, again, don't know the name of this, sorry, technical term, is going to come in from the bottom, and then you've got the nut that's going to thread down through that top cap. Get that tightened down. Looks to be like 5/16. And that's good. This is nice. This is really nice. I didn't have this on the other tie rods where you can just spin the shaft to adjust toe. So it was a nightmare on the other one. This one's going to be way easier. It's looking good, guys. It's looking really nice. The only 2 things about it so far is the brake line. Even though when I was talking to them, they said there was kind of plenty of room for the factory brake line, it's a little bit, so it made it into this clip here, but there's one down here that it's just not going to happen. It'll just pull out. So I'm going to probably extend the brake lines in the future. I think it will actually be okay the way it is right now. Anyways, it's looking really good. Let's get this camera set up front and continue on with the other side, get this front end wrapped up. It looks amazing. It looks as good as I could have possibly ever wanted it to. It's going to be insane to drive. Man, it's just like, it almost leaves you speechless. So I'm just going to have to show it to you guys. You got to back up to get this whole thing in the screen here. You didn't think I was really going to show you, did you? Oh man, what a piece of work. Guys, I can't show you. It's not done yet. You're going to have to hang in there. I was hoping to get it done today, and I didn't. So we're going to continue on tomorrow, and unfortunately this is going to be a two-part video. What are you going to do? I hope you enjoyed, because man, this thing, just stick around. It is it's friggin' amazing. Bye.